Why would I even get up? To keep me motivated, and I don't have a home. That was weird. To buy some stocks. It was fun. Changing this mindset, I could not think straight. I like silence. It hit me so hard. Hello. This week has been hard, as well as the past 2 weeks. Last week, I came back from a 2 weeks business trip, and I'm not really sure what triggered all of this, but during the first week of the trip, something got me. I started first panicking, then feeling sad, angry, resentful, drained. I know that part of it was because we were supposed to work 8 hours a day, but we ended up working 10 hours a day. So that was weird. It's not the end of the world. It's just I did not expect that. We would start at 8 and we would leave work between 5:30 and 6. Our hotel was 10 minutes away from work, so that was nice. And it was a really nice hotel. We had a giant suite. I did not expect that when the woman at the front desk told me, oh yeah, so you have a suite with a king size bed. But seriously, that suite was bigger than my last apartment. So that was nice. The thing is that I quickly realized I would not have any time to do anything. Since I was working at 8, I got up at 6 to try to have some quality time with myself before work. So I would wake up, work out for 30 to 40 minutes, shower, and then start journaling. And I had to leave at maybe 7:45. So I could never journal as much as I would like. I could not meditate. I could not stretch after my workout. I quickly realized that it had to be one or the other. I could not do everything I do in my usual routine, in my usual environment, because being on a business trip was not my usual environment. And I already talked about that. So I don't know why every time it happens, it always seems to come as a surprise. Like, it always hits me, and then I go through all of those emotions, feeling bad, feeling pressure, beating myself up for being lazy, unmotivated, not consistent. So I decided to prioritize my workout because I knew I would not work out after work. Getting up and working out, even when I'm not working, is what works best for me. You know, you just get up and you do it and it's done. Before your coffee, before your meditation, before your walk. That way I feel like I do what is usually the hardest thing of the day, first thing in the morning. It's done. I feel happier, I feel proud. So at least I got to work out and journal a bit. And the first few days, I thought I would be able to continue my journaling after work. But because what happens after work, of course. You know, we're in a big city, we want to explore all of those restaurants, have a good time, walk around, and so that's what we did. So we would leave work at 6, go back to the hotel to change, then meet in someone's room to decide which restaurant we wanted to try, going there, spending a few hours at the restaurant. Then we would walk around and explore the area, and we would come back and it would be almost 11, which is very late for me. So there was no time. Yes, of course, I could have told my coworkers, oh, you know, I'm not going tonight, I don't feel like it, but I always felt like it, you know. I like going out with people and it's fun after a long day at work. It was fun. That's also what I mean when I say that you can have a different routine and different priorities during different times or seasons of your life. So during those 2 weeks, I decided that my focus would be, yes, work out in the morning, but then after, just go with the flow, be in the moment, enjoy the moment, and have fun. Changing this mindset allowed me to not feel bad about not going for my usual walk or run, not journaling, not meditating, not doing anything really. When the 2 weeks were done, I was able to explore the area a bit before coming back to my mother's house, and I realized that it's very I want to say fitness friendly. There are tons of hiking trails, parks, beaches, which I did not expect. And this is what I like the most about traveling for work. It's because it allows me to explore places that I will be able to come back in my van and with Walid. I'm grateful for this opportunity. Those 2 weeks were fun once I was able to shift my mindset. But then, after the 2 weeks, I had kind of another panicky moment. I could not decide where I wanted to go since I don't have a home. So I figured out the best thing to do was to come back at my mother's house since most of my stuff is here. So I could do my laundry, relax for a bit, reset. I guess the first few days were okay, but quickly I realized that I needed some quality time with myself alone after spending 2 weeks surrounded by people, which is impossible in my current situation right now. So all of those feelings that I felt at the beginning of the 2 weeks of my business trip came back, and I started feeling overwhelmed, panicky, sad, angry, resentful. I could not think straight. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And while I was driving on my way to my mother's house, I was thinking, oh, this is the perfect opportunity to film a reset video. How I reset after traveling or something like that. But I quickly realized that since I could not recharge myself by having time alone, I continued to feel drained and sad, unmotivated. And what I did one morning after journaling is going on that meditation app that I just found out. It's called Balance. Usually I'm not a big fan of guided meditation. I don't want someone talking to me when I'm trying to go in that deep state of relaxation, and I like silence. But I was scrolling looking for the perfect meditation. There was one about anxiety. It was a 10-minute meditation. It was nice. And at the end, what the person said, it hit me so hard. It was exactly what I needed to hear. So let me read it to you. When you're feeling anxious about something that has yet to happen, it's often because you feel like things are outside of your control. So one thing that can really help is to do something that is within your control. So ask yourself, what is one small thing that you can do that would help you feel better? So that's what I did. I decided to start small since I just didn't know where to start. I usually have that ideal morning routine where I wake up super early, work out, then sit down with my coffee, my journal, then meditate, then go for a walk or a run. So in my planner, I made a list of everything I wanted to do eventually. And I started with one thing, only one thing, in order to build up on it. I didn't really have to plan my workouts because it's just something I do every day, except on rest day, of course. It's just that I know that day, if it's leg day, then the day after it's upper body and the day after is rest. I'm so glad that I have my workouts to keep me motivated and to push me out of bed in the morning, because last week, if I didn't have my workouts, I would have just stayed in bed all day probably. I woke up one day and I was like, Why would I even get up? And then I guess it was leg day that day. So, oh yeah, leg day, let's go. So that's why working out is amazing, of course, for your physical health. But I think we often forget the mental health side of it. Some type of cardio, whether it's go for a walk or a run or some indoor workout like cardio workout or indoor walking workout, instead of writing down go for a walk or a run, since I didn't do any of those things for the last 2 weeks, I wanted to take it easy. So I just left that space open to decide how I'm feeling without pressure. And the first few days, I wasn't motivated to even go outside. So what I did was some fun cardio workouts that I have never done before. So I really liked those from Sydney Cummings, and I still haven't gone back into running. I'm really looking forward to it because I really like it, but I really want to give myself time. I really want to get back into my habit of drinking my gallon of water. This is not something that you do in 5 minutes. You know, it's a gallon of water. It's something that I do through the day. So there's no pressure. You know, it's easy. It's just drinking water. I quickly got back into it, and it's funny. Well, it's not, it's really not. But I was watching some recent videos of my favorite YouTubers, and a few of them seem to be going through something similar, kind of a slump, a rut, or feeling unmotivated. And Sarah Jane said that when she started filming her reset video, she thought it would last maybe, you know, a few days, but it ended up taking a few weeks to get back into her routine and habits. And I really see it now because I have days where I'm happy and I want to do everything, I'm motivated, I feel productive, but then in the afternoon I get that slump. Getting back in your usual healthy habits and healthy lifestyle doesn't happen in a day. So I always try to respect myself, my feelings, my emotions, my energy level, because you don't want to get to that point where you resent something like working out, which is supposed to be fun and make you feel good. So after working out, drinking my gallon of water and doing some kind of cardio, I also really forced myself to rest and relax. And another thing I didn't get to do during those 2 weeks was reading a book. And this week I finished 3 books. 3. Reading is magical to me. It just puts me in another universe. It makes me forget everything, my feelings, where I am right now. It's like getting lost into a good movie. I did a lot of journaling to calm me down. I think it's my favorite thing because writing how I feel and then reading it, sometimes I can see patterns and I can find out the best way to heal. I use journaling as a self-care tool, but I also use it to plan or brainstorm ideas. Today I felt motivated to film. I'm not sure how this video will go yet because what I mentioned so far, of course, it took a few days. I still have things I want to do. I want to reorganize my activewear because and I have another Gymshark order coming sometime soon, so I need space. Can you believe that I still haven't put away the clothes that I took with me on that 2 week trip? Yeah. Oh yeah, and something else that was stressing me out while I was on that business trip was, I don't know if someone cares about that, but the stock market is going down, which is, in my opinion, a good time to buy, because the way I see it is that you're buying a stock on sale because the market always goes back up, and then the stock that you bought at a lower price will rise in value as the market does. The thing is that the stock market is open between 9:30 to 4 and I was working 8 to almost 6, so I didn't have time to buy stocks. But then this week, I finally was able to buy some stocks, so I'm really happy I didn't miss out on that sale. So I'm really happy to be back into it. I've decided to start filming. This morning I'm already in a better mood, so I will finish my coffee and start editing this video, and we will see how it goes.